You've probably been told that just showing up at the gym is half the battle. But what if I told you that showing up without knowing this one trick could actually be slowing down your gains? Yep, you're doing it wrong, and it's not your fault. Most people train hard but miss one key detail that changes everything. And once you learn it, you'll never look at muscle building the same way again. Everyone keeps repeating the same advice: lift heavy, train hard, and be consistent. Sounds solid, right? But here's the truth. That formula only works if you apply one trick most people completely ignore. It's not a supplement, it's not a new machine. It's a change in mindset and habits that turns each series into real growth. And no, this isn't just theory. New research and real-world experience show that the fastest muscle gains often come from breaking the traditional rules. So before you hit another rep, let's expose the truth step by step. Because once you know this strategy, you'll stop wasting workouts and finally start seeing visible change. Let's go. Let's start with the most important tip among the 5 I've selected. Let's be honest, most people just move the weight from point A to point B. They focus on numbers, reps, and sets, but forget the most underrated muscle building trick: the squeeze. If you're not feeling the contraction with every rep, you're training your ego, not your muscle. And that's one of the biggest mistakes holding people back. The truth is, muscle growth happens when your fibers are under tension, not when the weight simply moves. That's why squeezing the target muscle at the top of every rep, especially for 1 to 2 seconds, can completely change your results. This is about intention, not just effort. Try this next time. During bicep curls, pause at the top and flex like you're trying to cramp the muscle. On leg extensions, hold the peak and feel your quads burn. It's not about more weight. It's about better activation. That squeeze creates deep fatigue, which signals your body to adapt and grow. Still think squeezing is too basic to work? Ask any top-level bodybuilder. They'll tell you, mastering the squeeze builds more size than chasing numbers ever will. Don't just lift like everyone else. Make every rep count, from the inside out. This one simple trick can separate average from outstanding. Now, let's talk about the second trick that people most often get wrong in their routines. Most people start their workouts with heavy compound movements: bench press, squats, deadlifts. Sounds right, doesn't it? But here's the twist. What if starting with isolation exercises actually helped you grow faster? This flip-in strategy isn't just for pros. It's a smart move anyone can use. When you begin your workout with isolation, like leg curls before squats or cable flies before bench, you pre-fatigue the target muscle. That means when you get to the compound lift, your chest, legs, or back are already activated and ready to fire harder. This creates more tension exactly where you want it. It also forces you to control your compound lifts better. You'll need less weight, but your muscles will work harder. And that means less stress on your joints, more burn in the muscle, and way less ego lifting. This technique, called pre-exhaust, has been used by bodybuilders for decades, with amazing results. Try it for 1 week and feel the difference. Start with 3 sets of a focused isolation move. Then, hit your big lift. You'll be shocked how much more intense it feels, and how much more your muscles grow because of it. Sometimes, going against the crowd is exactly what takes your physique to the next level. Now let's talk about the third trick to take you to the highest level. Let's be honest. How many times have you held back on your first set thinking, "I'll go harder on the next one"? We've all done it. But here's the truth. Your first working set is actually your most powerful one. That's when you're freshest, strongest, and most focused. So why waste it? Instead of warming up forever or cruising through your early sets, treat your first real set like it's your last. Push close to failure, control every rep, and bring your full energy. That intensity sets the tone for the rest of your workout. And it's where real muscle building begins. Waiting for later often means missing the moment. This one shift can instantly improve your training results. Think of it like a performance. You don't build momentum by coasting. You build it by starting strong. If you give 50% in the beginning, your body won't get the signal it needs to grow. But if you attack from the start, everything else levels up. Try this next time. Warm up smart, then go all in on your first set of each exercise. Don't save energy. Spend it with purpose. The results will surprise you. Because the fastest growth doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing what you're already doing, but better. Now, in the fourth trick for rapid muscle growth, we will see even more amazing details. You've probably heard control the weight over and over again, but very few people understand the real power of what happens at the top of the movement. That's where most gym goers relax, drop tension, or rush into the next rep. But if you learn to pause and squeeze with intention at the top, everything changes. You amplify tension right where your muscle contracts the hardest, signaling your body to adapt faster. That 1-second hold becomes a signal flare for muscle growth. Why does this work so well? Because it enhances the mind-muscle connection, especially in isolation exercises like bicep curls, cable flies, and machine leg extensions. That extra pause forces your body to recruit more motor units, and that means deeper activation. It also removes momentum, keeping the load exactly where you want it, on the muscle, not on your joints. That's smarter training, and it produces visible results in less time. If you're someone who struggles to feel the target muscle working, this is your game changer. Try slowing down your reps, pausing for a strong squeeze at the top, and even flexing the muscle before the next rep begins. It might feel strange at first, but soon you'll notice a tighter pump, greater control, and a much better burn. You'll also reduce the risk of injury by avoiding uncontrolled reps and wasted motion. Over time, that builds discipline and better body awareness. And here's a powerful combo. Add the squeeze with light weights and high reps. You'll build endurance, push more blood into the muscle, and create the perfect environment for hypertrophy. It's not about lifting the heaviest weight. It's about using tension and time wisely. Remember, when your muscle is under full control and fully contracted, it doesn't matter what the weight looks like. What matters is what your body feels, and that's where the gains are made. Now, one of the most underrated tricks in muscle growth is changing the angle of your exercises. Most people stick to the same bench, same grip, same machine settings, week after week. But your muscles adapt fast, and when the stimulus stops changing, so do your results. Just adjusting the angle slightly, like going from flat bench to a slight incline, or swapping a barbell curl for a preacher curl, can reignite muscle activation and boost growth. Small changes lead to big results when applied with consistency. Let's take shoulders as an example. You might always do lateral raises standing upright, but try leaning slightly forward or doing them seated. You'll feel a completely different part of the deltoid working. The same goes for back day. Changing your grip width or pulling angle on rows can wake up muscles you didn't even realize were asleep. These variations aren't just fun, they're essential if you want to avoid plateaus and stimulate full muscle development. And here's the kicker. These small tweaks are perfect for people training at home or with limited equipment. You don't need new machines or heavier weights. You just need to shift how you move. Elevate your feet during push-ups, tilt your torso differently during squats, or use different handles on cables. These angle shifts make your workouts feel new again and help you build muscle without ever needing to change the weight stack. Plus, these changes keep your workouts exciting. No more boredom, no more mindless sets. Every time you walk into the gym, you've got a new way to challenge your body. And when your brain is engaged, your effort goes up, and effort is what drives muscle growth. So next time you're in the gym, don't just ask yourself, what should I train? Ask, how can I change the angle to hit this muscle in a new way? Here's a powerful bonus for you who watched me this far. This tip can skyrocket your muscle building results. Most people go to the gym with no plan. They just show up, lift whatever feels right, and hope for the best. But if you want real, lasting growth, you need structure. That's where periodization and progressive overload come in. When you combine both, your muscles don't just grow, they evolve fast. Periodization means splitting your training into specific phases. One phase might focus on strength with lower reps and heavier weight. Another might target endurance with higher reps and lighter weight. Then comes hypertrophy, where you hit moderate reps and push volume hard to grow. You cycle through these phases over time, keeping your muscles challenged and avoiding plateaus. It's strategic, it's proven, and it flat out works. Now add progressive overload to the mix. This means gradually increasing the challenge. More weight, more reps, slower tempo, shorter rest. You're not just repeating workouts, you're upgrading them. Each week you're demanding more from your muscles, which forces them to grow. Think about it. If you're lifting the same weight for the same reps month after month, why would your body change? So here's your action plan. Start tracking your workouts. Know your reps, your weight, your rest time. Every 4 to 6 weeks, shift your focus. Move from strength to hypertrophy, from endurance back to strength. Use tools like drop sets, tempo changes, or adding just 2.5 pounds to the bar. It might seem small, but it adds up fast. This is how you stop training randomly and start training for real results. So understand once and for all, building muscle doesn't have to be complicated, but it does have to be intentional. With the right strategy, the right tweaks, and a mindset focused on smart progression, not just random effort, you can unlock massive gains in record time. And if you really want to accelerate your results, don't miss the video right here on the left, where we reveal why high reps might actually be the fastest way to grow muscle.